Hello everyone. So this video has been a long time coming. I've never got the time to do it and I am not a video person, as you all know. I'm more keen on writing, but this is something I think people would benefit from if they can actually hear someone talk about it and if they can see the books. So the topic, as you might have guessed, is books and reading to kids. It's quite a big topic and there's so much to address, but I'm just going to keep it as short as possible and try to look at the important things you have to think about. Like, can your book support your toddler? Okay, so I will start with why I got into this whole thing of buying books for my daughter. It's not really a popular concept in India yet. People are doing it, but when I started buying books for my daughter, my family would make fun of me that why are you buying books for such a small kid. But now when my daughter is really into reading is when they understand. I am proud to say that I'm very smug about it. So I started reading to my daughter when she was about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. So that was like less than 2 months. I bought her first books before she was even born. Yeah, it's crazy, but I don't think it's crazy as well. I think the first book that I bought for her, the first books that I bought for her were from a book fair in Riyadh. I was there in Riyadh at that time. And I just picked up 3 really colorful books. The interesting thing is that I read those 3 books at 3 very different ages. So that's something that you have to think about, that all books that you buy, they may not be immediately fun for your kids, but they will come to it eventually. Just something to keep in mind. After that, I went to India for my delivery and I ordered some more books online. So most of the books that I order are from Amazon India. After that, I have ordered from Amazon UAE as well. Now, I have spent a lot on books, but I consider it to be an investment, which I hope that my kids in future, if I have more kids, inshallah, that they can also benefit from it. So this is something that I don't really feel bad about, because books are so valuable and they help in building a child's character so much. Why I wanted to read, I strongly believe that reading helps in developing empathy in kids, because they get to see other characters and look at different ways of living, different lives. I consciously strive to get books that are diverse, have diverse characters, diverse storylines from different geographies and cultures, because I think the earlier the better in showing your kids that how beautiful our world is, how diverse it is, and in that diversity there's so much beauty and fun. So the reason I read is, yes, it builds empathy. I also believe that it sparks the imagination, it sparks creativity, it helps them build a vocabulary. Zarina, my daughter, is now almost 2 years old. She's 1 month shy of 2 years. And she already, mashallah, she has really good vocabulary for her age. And I think that a lot of it has to do with reading to her. I'm really sorry for the background noise. She's having her own party on the side. Yep. So I'll start with what are the books that I read to her at the earliest age. When I started reading to her, she was, sorry about this, that is a mess on the side. Please disregard that. When I started reading to her, she was 4 to 6 weeks, like I said. I started off, this was the first book that I read to her. This was Brown Bear, What Do You See? Which is one of the classics out there. This book is just simple 1-page illustrations. As you can see, I'm not a professional in making videos, so I'm really sorry about the shakiness and the background noises. I hope that's not disturbing. So Brown Bear, What Do You See? It's just this. 1 page has 1 image of an animal, and they are very bright and high contrast. So when kids are really young, they can't really focus much on if there's a lot of things going on. So they tend to look at just one single thing, and that would be the most brightest, or the illustration that has the highest contrast. Teacher, teacher's here. So as you can see, she remembers her lines from the book. I looked up a video on YouTube on how to read it. There's a sing along for this, and I would sing this to her, and it was our bedtime routine to basically read it every night. After we came to Riyadh, the book that I read to her was this, which I got from a book fair in Riyadh. This book has been so helpful in distracting her when we would give her supplements and her medicines. So I would have to hold it over her head and read it, and my husband would slowly sneak in the medicine from the side. So it has been very helpful. I think the reason that she liked it a lot was because of the animal sounds, and it's so bright and colorful. You know what I noticed, an interesting thing was that I would reach this point in the book, stop, you've got it all wrong, let's start again. And exactly at that point, she would shake her head. At first, I thought it was a coincidence, but each time I read it, she would shake her head. It was so amazing to see that. She was just, I think, 4 or 5 months, but to see that she has picked up a part of the book. This is like the midpoint of the book, and the pace changes from here. It was amazing to see that. That is like one of the rewards of reading to kids, is just seeing them slowly get into it and start identifying characters, start identifying different books. I think by 8 to 9 months or 1 year, I don't remember exactly, she could identify books by the covers. She can't read obviously, but if I told her where is this book by title, she could actually point to it because we have read it so many times. That's another thing about reading to kids. It's not like adults reading. Again, I'm really sorry about the quality of the video, but I have to manage with what I have. So you have to read books to kids like a million times. Just you have to forget that this is a book that you have read and read it to them each time as if you're reading it for the first time. And kids actually see it that way. The way she looks at the book, the interest that she shows even on her 100th read is the same, because she wants to, as if she doesn't know what's going to come next, even though she has all the lines memorized. These, like a lot of books here, and it's a mess, but I will quickly go over some of the books that I found useful at different ages. This is a set of books that I ordered on Amazon India, my first library. This I ordered when she was around 1 year old, but I think I could have got it earlier. I just ordered it that time because I was in India when she was a year and a month old. I think this book might be good even for like younger kids, 6 months and down as well, because it's just single images inside again for different concepts. Sorry, my daughter's drawing with a pen on the books. That's one of my pet peeves, but I think I have to harden my heart because it is going to happen eventually. These books have just like one thing: animals, farm animals, fruits, transports. It's a great way of teaching kids, different things, different concepts, different categories of things. I think there are different kinds of box sets, so you can choose which ones you want, because this one has like ABC, shapes, colors. Some others might have like people, countries, flags. I don't know. I'm just making it up at this point. Some books are like, most of the books that I have, I think, are board books. Now you need board books because kids are destructive. They will do everything possible to destroy a book. It's inevitable. So board books kind of help you your heart, because after spending so much on books, it is really painful to see them destroyed. But I have to say that it is inevitable, and you have to be prepared to actually see all this kind of mess. If I have to give an example, this is a book that I bought recently and I paid quite a bit for it, and within a week she has scribbled all over it. It made me really angry, I have to confess, but can't really do anything about it. It's part of the book reading club. This video is almost reaching 10 minutes long, so I think I'm going to split it and we'll talk more about reading do's and don'ts in the next video.